Welcome everyone, this is Pineleaf and today we are starting a new series, Ill-Omened Skirmishes, where we'll be running some skirmishes under the Ill-Omened event that started today here on the Lord of the Rings Online. And we first need to find our NPC who's in charge of this event, and she is Nedda Pinleaf. Why does that name sound familiar? I don't know. Whatever. Let's speak with Nedda and see what's going on.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Pineleaf! I've heard tell that the harbingers of the dead have grown bold enough to creep into the depths of the world. Ooh. I don't even want to think about what they want with all those orcs and giants. Go on, and I'll be right behind you. Well, let's see. And the reward for completing this is 2 tokens of Ill-Omens, and I need to complete at least 4 skirmishes to complete, and actually that's the Ill-Omen quest within these skirmishes. And I believe I only need to complete 3 of the 4 in order to complete this quest. And these are for Battle of the 21st Hall, Deep Way, Way of Smiths, and Rescue at Ner's-Gashu. Now, I don't have time, of course, to run all 3 or 4 of these on camera. So what I'll do is I'll run the shortest of these, Rescue at Ner's-Gashu on camera, and we'll see what we can do on the others. It's also opened up Skirmish Ill-Omens, complete skirmish assaults across Middle-earth, 0 of 12. And for that, you get a box of essences, whatever that means. I suppose we open it up and we get to choose an essence or something like that. I don't know. We'll have to find that out because this is the first day.
Is there something I can do for you?
And she also has a few items for barter. We're 40 of these tokens of Ill-Omens each. A Tome of the Sienna Goat. And that looks like a pet goat rather than a goat that you can ride. And this is Tome of the Fiery Yellow Beetle. Alright. And Tome of the Corrupted Kraban. We also have a Cloak of Shadows, which actually looks pretty good. And of course we have the hooded version of that also available. We have to see how many of these tokens I managed to collect. And, well, there might not be in here yet since I haven't collected any. We'll have to check that out once I have any of these tokens. I think that's just about everything we need to do before heading out into our first skirmish, Rescue at Ner's-Gashu.
Taken by some madness, Golodir has ventured into the rift. The air is thick with menace, and the stench of Fauloch lingers.
Let's head and see what we have here. Hello, Golodir. Yes, we've done well to make it this far, Pineleaf, but it seems that many of our evils that once dwelt here have retreated into the deepest depths of Ner's-Gashu. Right, then let's get going. Golodir is not himself. Of this I am certain. I'm sure of that too. Well, you can go on and stop talking and let's get going, right? Yeah. Now let's see what we have here. Okay, we have the regular skirmish quest here. Whatever we're doing here. We'll have to see. Now, I've heard that we're supposed to get a special mob that will come in at some time during the skirmish, but we don't know exactly when. So that we'll have to find out. Sort of randomized, such as many things that are in skirmishes. Oh, hello there. Now, despite that I will be following you, I don't see Nedda around anywhere, so apparently she's like every other NPC. Doesn't really follow you, or follows you so far behind you don't even see them, of course. That's one section down. I figure I'll be looking at things and blabbing in there, so to keep the episode from being too long, I decided to run the shortest skirmish that's available for this. Now, they change what skirmishes are on the list each day. So in this case, we have the underground assault, it looks like. And there'll be other ones. I heard that they'll be thematically chosen, and that they'll have either 4 or 5 skirmishes in them. So I would presume the other one is going to be, of course, the Mirkwood one, since you can't get more thematic than all being in Mirkwood. So that would be my guess on the next one. Well, that's next one on the other one, and then the other 10 skirmishes divide into 5 each. How they divide those, I'm not sure, but I presume the 3 ones would be together. Maybe early area door stuff, such as the 2 Bree ones, Thievery and Mischief. Oh, of course, that's one. The early Bree ones. Yes, the 2 Bree ones, Trouble in Tuckborough, Siege of Gondaman, and most likely then Survival Barrel Downs, I guess, because that will go with the other 2. I have not seen any sign of this Harbinger, or whatever they call this great evil we're supposed to face at some point. Oh, there you are. So I presume they'll come in one of these waves. And so far it looks like a regular mob still. Actually, no, that's just a regular troll. So nothing. I mean, does it replace the one of the encounters? Is it a completely different thing? We have to find that out. Alright, there you go. Now we do have this buff here called Skirmishes Ill-Omens, which I believe is a prerequisite for all this stuff happening, or whether that's from the event or from having taken that quest at the beginning, I'm not sure. Maybe I could. I didn't. Ooh, boy, that thing's tough. Wait. Hey, they almost killed me. That would have been a real bad time for the Harbinger to arrive. There you go. Actually, speaking of Harbingers, still hasn't arrived. Be nasty if it came. Oh, there you are. Really late. I've heard some people say that they're sometimes having trouble in getting credit for the Harbinger, and I'm wondering in the deep. Oops. Yeah, I was afraid of that. And see the stone pile and the troll at the end. Okay. Oh, I think I found him. Elite. Oh, wait, 500,000 morale. Oh, wonderful. Are you hanging in there, Flax? No, Flax is not hanging in. Apparently has a friend. Hey, don't stun the hobbit! Ouch. Well. So apparently he gets ads also. Oh, gruesome rend. Man, nasty stuff. He has a lot of nasty things on him. I have to keep careful track of my morale there. Oh, actually, is this something that's... No, no, it's something I guess that he just does. Okay. Well, that's not going to be good. I am going to do this defensively. Okay. Well, good. Oh, he has a corruption on him! Yeah. How is this? Is this a momentum or feral friend? Ah, okay. Woo wee! That's nasty. Okay, so that gives me Banisher of Ill-Omens. So that's my first of 60 Ill-Omens I've done, and I've... Right, now it does not have me having finished... Ooh, 1 of 60, yeah. Well then, let's head on to there. I noticed I did not get credit for... Oh, I forgot about these guys. Oh, let's see, was there something else I need? Oh no, that's right, I completed the quest, and I need to, for the other deed, I need to complete 3 of those quests. There you go. Well, this guy's easy enough once you take... compared to the other guy. Whee! Whew. Well then, let's head inside. After that little bit, this should be easy, right? At least it won't be as... I don't think this boss fight's going to be anywhere near as bad as the fight against the Harbinger, that's for sure. Or whatever they call these things. Banisher of Ill-Omens. Yeah, Harbingers of the Dead. Harbingers of the Dead. Well, let's... Just in case I'm wrong in that, I can always throw in a little bit. After all, if you're a hobbit, there is no such thing as having too much to eat, right? Right. There you go. Ready. What's this feeling? Can you not sense it? The Force has imposed its will upon Goladir. It poisons him against us. You're right. Let's go. Yep. Compared to that Harbinger, this is easy, right? I still have to be careful there. I said compared to. Yep, straight. Oh yeah, easy. There you go. Here, you can start blabbing while I check what's in the chest. Oh wait. Someone say something about you're supposed to loot the corpse of the Harbinger. I didn't think about looting the corpse of the Harbinger. I wonder if it's too late to do that. Oh, that's right. You can't go out once you go in. Well then, I guess I'm not going to know what's on there for loot if you are supposed to loot the body. Oh well, hopefully it isn't something really, really important. Yes. And unfortunately, this is the one skirmish you can't go back and pick it up afterwards. Oh well. And of course the skirmish is over, so I can't go back now. Oh well. Let's go. It appears that I at least did get 2 tokens of Ill-Omens, so even if I did forget to loot the body. It was probably just something like a bounty or the like, which would have been in there. So it's not all that important that I forgot that. I'll double check that in the next skirmish I run. I'm going to run 2 more skirmishes off camera and see what happens when I finish up the wrapper quest for the day. But what else have we got here? I noticed that I only have 1 deed that was unlocked. I'm given the impression that there is a second deed, and that is for killing harbingers in all 19 skirmishes. Now, the case that I was shown where this happened, the person was running tier 3 skirmishes, so it's possible that that particular one is only for completing the deeds at tier 3, and since the reward that is a pretty powerful essence, or at least that's what the impression that some people are getting on that matter, that if it is really a really powerful essence that's being given there, it could be that it is reserved for those who are brave enough to run all those skirmishes in tier 3. We'll have to look into that some other time, but right now I'm going to run 2 more skirmishes and be back. I've just finished the 3rd assault, and one of the encounters, Saduk has appeared, but I've seen no sign of our friend the Harbinger. So perhaps he'll wait till later, or perhaps not until we take care of Saduk. Let's take care of Saduk and see if the Harbinger comes after that. Or is he going to come during the boss fight, which of course would be decidedly inconvenient. Even more inconvenient if he comes after the boss fight, since I've heard some people say that they're not necessarily getting credit for their Harbinger kills. And the most likely hypothesis I can think of is that the kill of the Harbinger is coming after the end of the skirmish. And of course, if the Harbinger sometimes comes at the end of the skirmish, there is no way you could prevent that little problem. But I know from experience that killing an encounter mob after the skirmish is over means you don't get credit for killing the encounter. So it's possible the same thing could be true for these Harbingers. But I don't know yet. But alright, that took care of the encounter, and I still don't see anyone around. Yoo-hoo! Harbinger! Yoo-hoo! Harbinger! With my luck, he'll arrive in the middle of the boss fight.
With your help, we will be ready for anything!
Not if you get a Harbinger in the middle of the fight. Right. Well then, let's see what happens. We can wait here. Because I think it'll be decidedly inconvenient if the Harbinger arrives right now. Of course, it'd be even more inconvenient if he arrives after the boss fight, which could also be pretty bad. Yikes a doozy. He killed both goblins. Well, that's not good. And maybe a Harbinger will arrive just as I kill this guy. Right? Aha! Yes. Fortunately, I have not yet officially finished the skirmish yet. Which is good, because I believe the skirmish is not officially done until you talk to him. But where's the Harbinger at? Ah, there he is. Let's take care of the Harbinger. Make sure I take care of him first. Protection from slows, unaffected by debuffs which slow movement. And immune to stun, dazes, fears, and roots. Oh, fun. and Grillim the Bound. Actually, let me eat first. We saw what happened in the Harbinger in Rescue, and he was real tough. This guy is, yeah, 500,000. Yay, really. So I'm going to go by the assumption that this is the right place to, well, this is the only time I can fight him. Let's take care of this first. Oh, there's all sorts of fun buffs on him. Shadow Ray. Oh, that's a corruption. Oh, my weapon's taken. What else has it got? I don't know what that little purple eye is all about. It's probably nothing healthy for me, I'm sure about that. Let's see. Terrible Retribution. Oh, the usual thing that you've got on these guys. Let's see. I believe I've got Valerian, so it's not going to do much extra damage to him. It's also not going to hurt me either, which is a nice neutral one to have for when fighting these guys. This guy's a little bit easier, probably because A, I ate first, and B, I started going against this corruption earlier. It could also be that my particular abilities and the like are a little bit better against the abilities of this thing. We'll have to see. Now, let's see what we have here. And see if I can remember, see if I can loot the body. Completed Ill-Omens, Battle of the Way of Smith, and he has 209 silver pieces. So therefore, the contents of the corpse is just monies, about a fifth of a gold. Alright, so I lost 200 silver pieces in Rescue at Nerdscushu for not looting the body. Now, I have heard that there are one or two other things that might be dropped. That's a possibility. We'll just have to find that out later. Now, I think that counted... No, it did not count, probably because, yeah, the skirmish, I guess, was counted as being over. Yeah, travel now. Right, okay, skirmish ended with the bot, because I think there's some of them where you have to talk to them to finish out the skirmish. I think like 21st Tall. This one is travel now immediately. So yes, I think the people who've reported not getting credit, then probably Way of Smiths if you got a late Harbinger. Because if you get a late Harbinger, it's very possible that you're not going to, that the skirmish will be done first. Alright, good to know. I completed 3 skirmishes and killed 3 Harbingers. So now it says to talk to Nedda Pinleaf.
What do you need?
Very good, Pineleaf. That ought to keep them away from those folks for a bit. Very well, and I get an additional 2. So now that gives me...
What do you need?
A total of 8. 2 from each of the Harbingers that I killed, plus 2 from doing the daily quest. And I completed skirmish assaults across Middle Earth, 1 of 12. So that's today's. And let's see when these things
Is there something I can do for you?
will go into effect. Actually, that's the 7 hours and 45 minutes. That will be at 7 hours and 45 minutes. That is 3 a.m. Alright, that's good to know. At 3 a.m. server time, when that will be ready. Where are my efforts needed?
Is there something I can do for you?
Ill-Omens can be found in Battle of the 21st Hall, Battle of the Deep Way, Battle of the Space, and Battle of the Resonance Group. So those are the ones that are the currently active ones, which of course we already know. Well, that's it for our first round of that. I'll have a look at what the next set is in our next episode. Most likely, I have a feeling it's going to be a series of Mirkwood skirmishes, but we'll find that out in the next episode of Harbinger Ill-Omened Skirmishes. Yes.